I've got no idea if this is working, but I'm just going to start talking. Hello. My gosh, it was so exactly the right time to hear from you. I'm really happy for that. This webcam has a zoom function, I realised. Yep, anyway, enough of that. That's just okay. Yeah, look, first off, also, I just want to say that thankfully you're not the only person to be all experimental with their face wash purchases. I've been finding super cheap face wash stuff in the supermarket, and this one's just Acne Expert Facial Scrub, which I don't know if you can see, but I've actually only been getting more acne since using this, which is brilliant. I'll read you some of the ingredients that aren't in Thai if you want to know. Acid of different kinds. There's myristic acid, potassium hydroxide, stearic acid, lauric acid, salicylic acid, a whole bunch of leaf extracts, bit of colour, perfume. Look at the shape of the bottle. That's what sold it to me. I don't think Pond's is even made in Australia anymore. It's got to be dodgy. And then I also found this one, which I sort of just bought because it says spongy, and I was like, you know what? Anything that says mini cleansing sponges has to be worth a try. So 65 baht, what's that? $1.10, I'm gonna say. Yep, $1.10, $1.15. Yeah, about $1.15. This one has a lot less acid in it. It's kind of nice. It's like jam all over your face. Alright, I'm going to stop talking about facial cleansers because I'm sure you don't care, actually. So, the kind of stuff I've been up to, oh my word. Well, in the last week, I've been in Phnom Penh, and before that, I was in Siem Reap on I'm going to say it was a debrief for most of the team from Northwest. We basically went to a really nice resort called Sokolay Spa Villa. That is a message from a tuk-tuk driver, and I've got no idea why he's messaging me so late. Yep, so we went to Siem Reap, which was amazing. It's been really fun talking to them in their own language because they're all getting really excited. Also, speaking of stuff in your own language, I got a t-shirt that says, "Believe on God." It is actually grammatically correct in their language. I checked. I'm that kind of person. Yeah, I got a whole bunch of really great Khmer t-shirts with gospel things on them. Yep, I've been staying in Phnom Penh. Yeah, the election situation, got into Phnom Penh on Sunday night, and it was eerily quiet. The streets were pretty much empty, other than myself and Scott Windus, who had picked me up by moto, so we stacked all of our bags on one moto and just sped through an empty city. Like, I'm used to Phnom Penh being really, really, really busy. It did clear up after about 2 or 3 days. It did clear up. We were sort of on the alert that, you know, something may happen, something might not happen, and so far nothing's gone wrong, so I'm really thankful for that. Yeah, I was also blessed to make friends with a couple of tuk-tuk drivers, actually. They're really, really keen on anyone that can speak Khmer, just like, oh wow, it's someone who's interested in my language. So I have some great conversations with them. Maybe I should answer some more of your questions. Okay, so the stuff I've been up to here in Phuoc Bat. I just got back this evening. Tomorrow I'll be preparing for art camps, which will be fun. Basically, MMF Preschool is a preschool just over there. That's sort of looking out onto the street and or the market. Slightly beyond that, there's a slum. In the middle of the slum, there's this preschool called MMF, and the children there are amazing little kids. They're all on school holidays at the moment, and I will be in charge of doing little school holiday activities. Art's not exactly the most valuable, well, not valuable, I suppose, but it's not the most sought after vocation here. So I'm still questioning why God's put me here. Maybe we'll see. Maybe we'll see what God has for me, because I got no idea. However, I have been having a lot of fun drawing pictures. I drew a creepy picture of Scott. Do you want to see it? Hang on a second. I'll go and get my picture of Scott. That's a great picture of Scott. Basically, I was testing out the pencils. I'm pretty happy with the result. But you know what? He looks like he's about to cry. As per my Khmer tutor, he said it looks like he's going to cry. I've been teaching the children English, as you've probably heard. I'm teaching out of 3. Oh, look at that. I look tanned like this. I'm going to give up on that. I'm not tanned. Yeah, so I've been teaching them English out of textbooks mainly, but lately it's been more like, okay, I'm bored with the textbook, let's do some Pictionary instead. And the kids love that. And the teachers love it too. They're more entertained by the Pictionary than they are the textbook as well. So yes, I have been teaching them, in answer to your other question, a lot of Bogan words. They do actually know, unfortunately, I hate to break this to you, they do know what goon is. As in the word goon. They already know what alcohol is. Alcohol's unfortunately quite well enjoyed here, and it is the sponsor of pretty much everything, I've realised. I'm seeing people riding motorcycles with their motorcycle helmet saying Leo Beer across the front of it. You figure that one out. I've got no idea. Also, new Prime Minister. Woo! I was hoping that Kevin would live up to stuff, but so far it's been quite disappointing, and I'm sad to see that he's treating asylum seekers in such a horrible, callous way. Anyway, no more on that. I realise this is going on YouTube. What else? The weather is... When I first got here, like the first month, it was soggy as. It went from... the day I got here, the rice paddies, expanses of dirt. I'm going to say expanses. That's probably a good word. It went from that to within 3 or 4 days, like full of water. And I didn't even recognise them. But apparently that's what happens. They fill up within like a couple of days. And then from there it got really dry again for a couple of weeks. Now that they're doing football camps, Pip and Kate, who I live with, are doing football camps. It's really rainy again, which sucks. It'd be really great if you could pray for that, actually. It's crappy weather. Probably not great for anyone to be able to achieve sports-related stuff. You know, I'm not an expert on sports. You know, I'm just gonna admit I've got no idea why I'm in a sports ministry. Lord, what are you doing? It's been really cool to see where he has actually been working, because you know, I've got no idea what I'm doing here, and perhaps part of why he's put me here is that I don't know what I'm doing, and so I'm more likely to ask him what to do. Yeah. I have actually super enjoyed learning a new language though. It's actually been so much fun to be able to, in the last 2 weeks, go to Phnom Penh and Siem Reap and not be able to rely on anyone else to translate. I've got to translate myself, which means guessing most of the time. I'll try and guess what they're asking and give them a response, and if they look at me like I've just insulted them or something, I abort mission and I start laughing, or I just try and answer it in a different way. Or I tell them in Khmer I don't know how to speak Khmer, which is kind of ironic. Yep. Scott got back at me and told me that he loaned you that engagement ring, which was a really bastard move, because then I obviously got really excited and or concerned. And then he told me, but you should see the one I got Mitchell. Biscuit is still alive. I'm so happy to hear your fat bunny is still alive. I love fat animals. All the animals here are really skinny. The cows here are like a third of the size of the cows in Australia. That's how you gauge your hunger. Do you want to eat a Cambodian cow? Or, you know, if you want to eat Australian cow, you're actually hungry. Cambodian cow is more like, I'm a bit peckish. I could down one cow. Anyway, I don't know why I'm telling you this. They've just got really skinny animals here. So I love fat animals. My gosh, I miss Australia. What else can I show you? I've got a whole bunch of stuff that I bought. Look at this. Yeah, which funny story is actually paper towels, because I didn't check. Yep, I have paper towels for toilet paper for the next month. Not going to leave that one down in this household. You bought a Polaroid camera! Yay! I'm actually really missing being able to take photos of things on film. I had to explain to my students what film was, and I didn't have any film to show them. Weird! In saying that, now I'm going to be regretting taking so much to Cambodia with me, because it's going to be awful trying to carry everything home. Meh. Dad did actually buy me a new memory card. I got quite teary. I need to stop making ugly faces at this camera. But seriously. I was going to buy a violin. I was this close to buying a violin. So close! And Okay, I really need to stop playing with this Zoom. And then I looked it up on eBay and I realized it's cheaper to get like an entire thing, you know, because the one I was buying was like no-name brand, whereas the one on eBay has super positive reviews and it actually has a brand behind its make, which makes it helpful for me to be able to figure out what it's going to be like. So I may take up the violin. Just cause. You know what? I'm actually super sick of fluorescent lights. I feel like I can have a bitch about this to you because you also appreciate things like light quality. Everything is green when I photograph it, which makes this video all the more interesting because now I've got like cold white lights. Yeah, really cool white lights, and then these really orange lights. That's a really weird tangent to go on, sorry. I'm sure that's not all that there was to respond to the video because there was just so many feels coming out of my face when you prayed for me. Thank you. I don't even... Yeah, thanks. You're gonna make tears come out of my face. Yeah, so... Yeah, I just wanted to say thanks for that. Came at a good time. It's always good to hear encouraging words about things that I'm doing, because sometimes I don't always see it. So thank you. I actually have been missing home quite a lot. So that was really timely. It's good to be back in Pueppet, actually. It's really weird, like I go out by myself a lot more here than I would at home. So I go shopping by myself now, like I just catch a moto dop and tell him where to go. In Kamai, which is a super achievement. I've just sat on an 8-hour bus ride watching Kamai music videos. They all dance like woo doo doo doo. No, they don't move their heads, but they do these lovely graceful hand movements like this called Apsara dance. It's actually the only dance that I know of that is impossible to get a bad photo of someone doing it because you're not doing all these like things. Why am I doing that? Paper towels! Okay. I really need to stop this video. You don't want to see that. But you were. I'm sure you were missing my nose, right? So many feels. I miss you a lot. I miss a lot of people a lot. Lots of lots. I can't remember what it smells like. I haven't used it since going to Phnom Penh, so I'm just gonna... Oh gosh, actually this one smells good. This one doesn't smell so great, and it's more like clay. It's like you're rubbing clay on your face. I actually wrote down a whole bunch of your questions so that you could have answers. I would check to make sure it's grammatically correct, because I don't want to be that guy, that girl. I don't want to be that person walking around with a t-shirt in another language that I don't know how to read that's grammatically incorrect. I don't want to be that, like, reverse Asian stereotype. What else? I bought fairy lights, you know, because I'm super hipster. I bought the blue ones for Pip's birthday lunch thing, like, because we had half an hour to get ready. I bought DVDs. I can't figure out how to pause this, or, like, stop it. No, I just want to pause it. Guys, I don't know what to do. Look at these fairy lights. It looks so orange. I'm a Dorito. I'm so orange. Alright, I'm just gonna stop this video.